Hi everybody, I'm Sue with Guards Farm and this is my wingman Jennifer with Goldy the Great. And we're going to try and do some potting up of some sedums today. And of course Rune will help. Anyways, so say hi.
Hi.
So Jennifer has picked out this dish and it doesn't have a hole, so I put some charcoal in it, the bottom, so it'll help it not get so stinky. And it's probably cooled down now. It's cooled down enough now.
Okay.
I had poured some boiling water over the potting soil to help with the fungus gnats because they're a big problem for me this year. And you picked out your sedums that you want.
Right. So I like this red carpet one that you say is more of a spreader.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And then Sue suggested I do 3. So then
Maybe even more. Rune, there's no food up here.
So these are, because they're plugs, they have this little netting.
They have a
on
little
them.
bit of a fibrous right there that you can pull away. I mean, I don't normally do that when I pot up, but because we're doing this, you know, they're going to be in a handicapped situation with no drainage to begin with, so let's give it as much help as we can.
So what's this one called?
That's called the variegated, the Lyriar variegated sedum. And I got these from, because I am a business, I can buy from North Carolina farms over in Indian Trail, Henbury Bridge area. So I bought this to do this, plus I have potted up some of these sedums. And there goes the dog. I potted up some sedum to be sold at my seedling sale closer to the middle of April, where I'll sell some tomato seedlings and some pepper seedlings and some eggplant seedlings and some flower seedlings, because I've got lots going, and just to get rid of them. Not because I'm trying to make, or should I say that as a business? I'm not really trying to make money here, guys. This is just a lark.
So, what do you think? Is that enough, or should there be another one?
I think you want to have another one, because I think you want to have it a little. I wish I had gotten some pansies or something. You know what I mean? Or something else.
So, well, I'll use another one of the red ones.
That would
then.
be pretty. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
usually people like to do 3s or 5s of things, but I don't know if 5 will fit in there.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh.
3 will be good for that. So what we did was we filled up about 1/4 of the way of this pot, and we put in the charcoal, and then we put in the potting soil, which is just your generic potting soil that comes free with the fungus gnats. And then she's going to put them around the way she wants them, and then we'll just dump the soil in like this.
So when you have something like this that doesn't have a hole in the pot, then, you know, this is a relatively small little container. So how much would I water it?
I would say that probably you would just do a little dribble, like on each of the plants, like, you know, just a dribble. Some people use a
Mister?
No, they use the, what are the things that they give medicine with? Or
a syringe?
Syringe. Some people just use a syringe. I've got one if you want to.
I think I have one. Yeah.
What was that? That was another boom like we had yesterday.
Yeah.
We must be building.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm thinking you can do another one too.
Really?
I think so. I think maybe the green right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
is
putting
gonna be
chalk in this one full.
Yeah, it's going to be really cute too.
Yeah, a little springy. Now, and then when it gets too leggy, you just take it apart and put the plants outside. But this is just for your table right now, you know. I mean,
yeah.
And then we'll just use, you have your jewelry on, which is shameful.
Probably
shameful.
a mistake, but
yeah.
It's okay.
So we're just going to, we want to make sure that there's soil on the outside of the plant.
So they can see
so
how
that,
you're doing that.
Oh, okay, sorry. So we're going to put soil on the outside rim so the roots aren't sitting against the pot.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Really?
You
That
just
makes
wanna,
a difference.
Well,
huh?
I'm not scientifically sure, but it makes sense that roots would want to see the dirt
that's true.
instead of the hard
clay. Yeah.
So, and then we'll just do it like this. And just, there's not a lot of soil that we're using here.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no fungus gnats either. But I'll give you some mosquito bits to if you have a problem. So, because I put mosquito bits in some water once a week, like 4 tablespoons for 2 gallons of water, and let it sit for half an hour, and then I try to water my plants up in my growing room, which no one will be seeing because it is sty-like, but it helps a little bit. And plus you put those little, when you grow like I do, you have to put those little yellow sticky things up too. But if you keep this out on your porch, should be fine. She has a lovely, lovely sunroom porch, which can be a screen porch or a winter garden or whatever. So
yeah,
I think that looks good.
Yeah,
that
that's
good.
cute.
So
that's cute as it can
we
be.
could, just to cover up the dirt, we could put this dried moss, and it'll just take its color when you water. But we're not going to water because that's pretty wet.
That's
the soil is wet,
yeah.
and I think you're good with that. There you go.
Yeah. Well, and it helps keep the soil a little moist, right?
Right. And then
now, do sedums really like it dry, or
they wow, it's like earthquakes. It's surprising. People think that they're arid plants, and they like to be dry, but they don't want to be bone dry, because if the soil, if the soil dries out too much, you can never hydrate the soil again, and you just lose the sedums. So you just have to be kind of careful with all plants with that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, when you haven't watered a plant for a while, and then you notice how dry it is, and what are you going to do? So sometimes you just dump it out and put new soil in. There are some people that use like dish soap or whatever, and they have a little formula to rehydrate the soil.
Oh,
but
really?
You might as well just
start over.
Especially with a small plant like this. This wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, so okay.
That'll be good. I'm going to do mine.
Okay.
And let's see what I got here.
Yeah, I think that turned out really cute.
I have a hole on the bottom of mine, so this is courtesy of when I used to work.
So you don't need the charcoal then.
Right. When I used to work at Myers Park Nursery, and I remember I used to come home with pots for everybody, because I'd make a pot for people. Ladies were having dinner or something like that, and they wanted a pot for their house, and I'd make one, and then I'd go, that's really pretty, I think I'll make one for me. And I never had a paycheck. Everything went to the pots and the plants. I loved that place.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not there anymore.
I know, they put the Harris Teeter up there.
Yeah.
It was good times. See, I just took the whole thing off.
Okay.
So I just took all of the root stuff. If you buy plants, a lot of times, you'll see that they stick them in the dirt, and the roots will come out of this, and it won't be a problem. But sometimes you'll see a plant at the store or whatever, and you can still see the remnants of this around it. It's not going to bother. It just doesn't, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But if you can take it out.
Especially like when you buy vegetables in pots or herbs.
Right,
you
can see that. It's not going to bother anything, but it's just, so I'm going to use this one. This one is called the Spot on Rose, because I think there might be a little red later on this one.
Oh.
I think.
Cool.
But I'm just going to pull this off. People can take them out of their pots and take this off, but you don't need to do that. I'm just doing this because we're putting these in small pots, and let's give the roots a little bit of a chance here. I think, so I'm going to say that this would be the front, because it's smaller right there. And then, I don't know if I want the blue spiky one. I think I want to go with another one of these. So I'll just do this.
Well, they like to be root bound, or, I mean, like, timing wise would.
Oh, how long would it last like that?
Yeah.
It can last a long time in there. But if you decide if they get a little leggy or whatever, I mean, you can always, if you look at these little hairs right here.
Yeah.
You can just cut that out and root that in, you know what I mean? You can make your own little plants out of these little, do you see those little hair things right there? Those are like looking for soil.
Yeah.
Like I could put it in a pot and just put it like this, and then a whole new section would come out. Remember, I'm not a professional. I can't give professional. I mean, what can I say? But you can do that, and you can. That's how you get a lot of different plants off of one plant when you see those, because that's like on a lot of sedums. They'll put those little hairs out.
Okay.
And then that's just, you can cut it off, or you can leave it on, or whatever. So I'm going to stick this in here.
Now, if I saw that, I would probably cut it off and put it in water, but that would be the wrong thing to
No,
do.
you could put it in water, but you don't really need to, because they're ready to go in the soil.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
those are ready to go in the soil. But you could, but sometimes we put these things in water and then we forget about them, and then they get all gummy and slimy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could take this and put it in a bigger pot, like a pot like this, and put it in the middle, and then just put a couple like upholstery pins or what, you know what I mean, or a bobby pin, and put it down there, and then it'll root itself, and then you'll have another plant. You can just cut it loose, and then you have 2 plants or whatever.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, but you know, you don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always looking to make more plants out of what I have, but let's see. So I'm going to do this by hand now. Yeah, I had put boiling water on this soil, and it's still a little warm, but I don't think it's going to bother anybody that much. I'm trying to fill around here. It's not really good for your manicure.
What manicure?
Yeah. But all right. So this is what we did today. I think
Turned out really nice.
really cute, really
Yeah.
cute, really cute, really
Yes.
cute. So I'll check in a week or so and see if it's dead.
A lot of pressure there. A lot of pressure. Okay.
Well, no, listen, I have been known to forget things too. So, what do they, in gardening, they say that death is not to be, you're not supposed to be upset about plants dying, because it's opportunity to get more,
More plants.
you know. I always thought that was really wise.
Yeah.
I'm just sticking this in to cover up the dirt. That's all. Some people use, this is probably a very dried out. I probably
Moss.
bought this years ago at King's Greenhouse.
Wow. Okay.
You know, years ago, and it probably, but I think it'll take its color if it gets a little wet.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to water it today. But anyways, well, thanks for joining us and laughing along with us.